And if there's a DIY that's gonna happen, it needs to be filmed. And tonight, I'm spending my Thursday evening putting in a toilet flange. If you wanna learn how that works, stick around. If not, go on with the rest of your night. You're probably relaxing, watching a movie, and I'm just playing with a hole that shit falls through, so yay! All right, let the lesson begin. So you got a hole, that is the drain. But your toilet just doesn't sit on top of that. It needs to affix to something, and that is where your flange comes in. So the flange sits either inside or around the drain. You bolt it to the floor, and then your toilet sits on top of this with a wax O-ring. That way you get a nice tight seal. But before you do this, guys, if you've learned anything with me, it's all about prep. You gotta prep. If you prep, you're gonna have shit falling up on your floor, and it's never fun. So we're gonna get this bad boy together. Rule number one with plumbing, especially anything with drains, plumber's putty is your friend. It's basically Play-Doh. And I am using this, I put it around the ring here. In addition, this ring does have like a rubber gasket, but it doesn't, I don't know, in the long run it will dry out. I don't really trust it, where plumber's putty is a pretty tried and true method. So the idea is that you stick this on and the plumber's putty will kind of just squish in there and fill all the gaps so you have a nice tight seal. All right, it's in and now. Does not look pretty. Well, now I got to drill it to the floor, and you got to use a special either graphite bit or diamond bit to drill into concrete. So this is pretty simple. Also, you need a hammer drill that has a hammer function. And basically what it does is as it's drilling, it'll hammer the drill kind of around and it moves the bits around so it doesn't ruin the tip of the diamond bit. And then you use, if you've been watching me around here lately, you know I've been messing with concrete a lot. So got to use the blue Tapcon bolts, and you stick them in there, screw it into your, mount it to your floor, and you got a really freaking strong flange, and then we'll mount the toilet to it. Okay, listen carefully. You will hear the grinding sound, and that grinding sound means that the hammer's doing its job. See? So we know it's a hammer bit, or hammer drill rather. Blech. All right, time for the last screw. Sorry, I skipped ahead. This is really time-consuming process, but all right. Bomb's not taking that thing away. Time for the toilet. All right, just what every little boy and girl dreamed of, to see the bottom of a toilet. What you see here is just old wax that is used to keep the toilet from leaking. And out of context, it's really gross. But it's just wax. Nice brown wax. I'm gonna clean this up and then we'll get it ready for the next step. So, hey everybody, okay, I'm done cleaning off the bottom of my toilet. Now, because we're bougie, I'm not, well, I don't know. I mean, this is my new wax ring, but it's got like this rubber thing above it, which apparently, according to the box, perfect seal. So, can't really go wrong with that. So anyways, we're going to use this on flange, and then put the toilet on top of it, and then we are ready to party. Are you ever just like so proud of your work that you want to look at it before you send horrible, horrible things through it? That's me right now. Just take it in. All right, time for the toilet. Okay, oh man, my bit fell off. Take two. Yeah, it's easier to do this when I'm holding on to it. So you put the bolt through the hole in the toilet, and you just get your bolt nice and tight to the toilet. All right, I just do it just barely snug right now until I get to the other side. And you finish off tightening it by hand. I've got a couple of questions from people, and I will answer them at the end of this story. I gotta finish this toilet because I got business to attend to. Oh, y'all, she's sturdy. That's a sturdy girl. You're gonna have to really do some damage to move this bad boy. Okay, new pro tip. If you try using a toilet without water in it, you're gonna have a bad time. So now it's time to hook it up to the pressurized line. Now, what we were doing before, that was drains. That's not pressurized, that's child's play. Boys become men when they can plumb pressurized lines, because if you don't, your house gets flooded and it's a nightmare and you don't want to deal with that. So I am not gonna film this part, but there's other videos I'm sure I've done. Look at my stories. Okay, I'll show you hopefully this working. Okay, if you stuck around this long, please get a life. I don't know why you're watching me change a toilet this long, but anyways, we're down the home stretch here. Time to get my wrench on here and hand tighten this guy, not too tight. And this is hand tight. And we'll turn the water on. Hopefully there's no flood. Okay, the moment of truth. We're gonna put pressure on here and hopefully there's no flood. All right, let's do it. Okay, slowly, please no water. Okay. Ooh. She's burping. It's full pressure. Well, somewhat full. All right, no flooding. She's filling up. She's filling up. All right, the water closet is full. It's time for the first flush. If water comes around all over the floor, it's not a good sign. All right. I'm so scared. Okay. No freaking water. First time's a charm. We're ready to drop bombs. Let's go. All right, spit and polish time, kids. I got these pretty little white caps for my wife so she don't gotta see this bolt, but bolt's too big. So first we're gonna stick this little sleeve on here, which is taking much longer. Here, I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to grab our handy dandy hacksaw here and we're gonna saw it away. It's gonna take a bit, so I'll come back to you when I'm done. Oh shit. All right, I'm done cutting this piece off. And now just screw this on. Oh, doesn't that look pretty until I clean all the dust off, but that's what hides there. Yay! Jess, come see the toilet! Jess!
What?
Come see the toilet!
I already saw it. Watch your video.
That doesn't count. Okay, Q&A. This question twice, so I'll answer it now. Sorry I missed this. So there was the hole in the ground with no bolts or nothing, just a hole. And you got all these weird looking holes here, and I didn't really explain how this works. So essentially the toilet, a bolt goes into here and that's what sticks up. And that's why they give you so many different spots, because everyone's bathroom is different. So essentially when you put it down on the ground, you really just want to make sure that the east and west side where the bolt's going to come up will fall here. And everything else doesn't really matter. After that, you would have 4 holes. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 that you can bolt to the floor. And then you just slide your bolt up and through, and that's what bites onto there. So pretty simple. Sorry I didn't cover that. I need to start charging for these services. I'm going to take a shower.